Silverpine, Pennsylvania. A quiet river town where life moves slowly. The air smells of pine, and neighbors greet you by name. It's the kind of place you'd never expect to make national headlines. That was before the night Emily Carter disappeared. Emily was 21, a nursing student with a warm smile and an easy laugh that carried across campus. She worked nights at the Silver Diner, saving every dollar for medical school. September 14, 2017, she clocked out just after 10 p.m., waved to a coworker, and stepped into the cool autumn air. The last camera footage of her shows her walking down Main Street, her hair pulled back, clutching her school bag. She never made it home. 2 days later, hikers found her bag near the river trail. Its contents were scattered like breadcrumbs. A stethoscope, a folded diner apron, and a cracked phone. But there was no sign of Emily. At first, the police treated it as a probable abduction. But as the days passed, pieces of her life surfaced in places that made no sense. A single shoe along the highway shoulder, a charm bracelet buried in the leaves at Mill Park, and then an anonymous letter written in tight, slanted handwriting. She's gone. The search stretched for weeks, then months. Seasons changed and the case grew cold, until the river gave something back. But it wasn't Emily. It was another young woman, bound at the wrists, shoes missing, pulled from the same stretch of water locals call the Drowning Bend. She had not drowned. She had been placed there. The discovery cracked open something darker. Over the next 2 years, 4 more women were found in the river. All young, all vanishing without a trace. And every one of them disappeared just days after their families received strange, late-night calls from untraceable numbers. Phone records revealed the disposable cell phones used to make those calls had all been purchased in Silverpine. And one of those purchases had been made by someone inside the sheriff's department. A witness came forward, a night shift worker at the lumber mill. He claimed that on multiple nights, always at exactly 3 a.m., he saw a tall, hooded figure standing at the water's edge in the same spot along the river, staring, motionless. Police divers searched the area. Beneath the murky water, they recovered an old camera, its metal corroded, the leather strap frayed. Inside, there were still rolls of film. When developed, the photos sent chills through the investigators, portraits of women, each taken days before they vanished. The serial number on the camera traced back to Samuel Granger, a former park ranger believed to have drowned in the river 20 years earlier. But the handwriting on the film envelopes matched the anonymous letters sent to Emily's parents. Then came the message in the bottle. Literally, a fisherman pulled it from the river. Inside, a damp scrap of paper with 2 chilling words: "She's next." That night, officers patrolled the banks. Before dawn, they found her. A young woman, barely alive, clinging to a branch at the edge of the current. Her wrists were raw from bindings, her body freezing from hours in the water. Through broken sobs, she described waking in a damp, dark room, hearing the river just outside. And she remembered a man, tall, with piercing blue eyes and a jagged scar cutting across his jaw. That scar matched Richard Vale, an ex-deputy forced to resign after accusations of violence. His last known address was near the old stone bridge, a place locals avoided after sunset. When police searched the bridge's foundation, they found a trapdoor concealed beneath rotting planks. Inside was a chilling collection: women's shoes, lockets, torn clothing, and a sheriff's badge, its surface stained dark. The badge belonged to Deputy Miles Carson. 2 weeks before he vanished without explanation, Carson had told his partner, "I know who's been doing this." Those were the last words anyone heard from him. A sting operation was set. Officers hid in the fog at the Drowning Bend, the air cold and heavy. At 3:07 a.m., a figure emerged from the tree line, stepping toward the water with deliberate calm. The moment they moved in, he bolted, diving into the icy current and disappearing into the darkness. Downstream, they found a mud-caked backpack lodged against the rocks. Inside was a diary. Every page was filled with meticulous, detached accounts of the murders. Names, dates, methods, and personal details about the victims that only their killer could have known. But the last entry froze every investigator who read it. Emily Carter was never supposed to be found. In Silverpine, the river still runs. The surface is calm, but beneath, the current hides what the town may never fully understand. Some believe the killer drowned that night. Others believe he's still here, watching from the shadows, waiting for the right moment. And the river never stops moving.